Alright everybody, so today we're going to continue with our tasks in which I have my little boy over here and we are going to continue trying to inject the subtitles to Crunchyroll. Give me a second, let me see that everything is working around. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. If there's some background noise, yo, what's happening? Wait. Okay, this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be enhancing the Crunchyroll subs, and let me see if I can just window capture. Yeah, that's the one. Espera. Ven, que vamos a despertar a los vecinos. Sí, que vamos a despertar a los vecinos. We're gonna wake up the neighbors. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be doing, and all right. And here we go. So yesterday I was generating using Claude Code the initial impressions for well, not the initial impressions, but the initial build for the entire, oh my god, the entire extension. And now I need to look for it to install it. I'm going to be using Microsoft Edge. I think, wait, oh Jesus, Carabiner Elements. Why is Carabiner? Oh, okay. Could enable this. Okay, is it working now? Let me see. Oh, it is working now. All right, so. Let me see. Was it like no? I think it was here in extensions. No, wait. What happened? Extensions, manage extensions. I'm gonna come in here and load unpacked, right? I think it's in here. Select the extension directory. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna go into build. I'm gonna copy the path, full path. Come in Edge. Command Shift G, Command V to paste, build, and I think it's in here. I don't know. Did this load? The right corner, developer mode is enabled. Load unpack. Your extension manifest.json. Okay. So oh, it is copied in here. Name Subarashi, version should be 0.1, but it's okay. Yeah. Nah. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So let me see if I can find it. Subarashi's over here. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay. So now I should probably go ahead, load the entire thing. And if I press load subtitles, did it do anything? Now I kind of forgot because I gotta debug the entire thing. So it says console, but I forgot that we can. Hmm. Mm. Debug extensions. Extending can access the same Chrome DevTools web page. We're going to expert in debugging extensions. You will need to know how to locate logs and before you begin. Let us see this video. I love
extension. Let me look for an extension to help me stay focused when reading documentation. Oh wow, this Oliver focus mode seems great. Let me install that. Oh hey Oliver, what are you doing here?
Oh hey Jesslyn, I'm here to help you get started with this extension, and debug is needed along the way.
Oh nice, take it away.
So let me start by telling you what this extension does. Once you install this extension, you can click the extension's action icon when browsing our developer docs to enter focus mode. We'll add some CSS to the page, adding a number of elements and letting you focus on the content.
Cool. How do you build that? Is an extension a web application?
Not quite. They use very similar technologies, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but they can be installed by a user from the Chrome Web Store and have access to special APIs that give them additional control over the browser. Think of them as a way of extending Chrome to make it your own. And if you've not built one before, we have a number of samples which make for a great starting point. Just head to the link below.
I see. Hang on a minute. I have installed the extension. It doesn't seem to be working though.
I'm sure it worked on my machine. Well, let's debug it together and find out what went wrong. First, let's load the source code into Chrome. I'll head to chrome://extensions, enable development mode in the top right, and choose load extension. I'll find my code and load it in.
Yep.
I can see there's an error already. I can click to view the errors here on the extensions page, or click Service Worker to inspect my background context and see exactly what's happening in the console. This looks like a typo and...
Okay, so it should probably be around here. I don't know if I can from our sources. So no active views, okay. So technically there are no errors. Which, by the way, did I reload the site? I don't think I did. I made it reload. So did this work? Or this didn't? I have no idea. Okay, let us continue seeing the video.
Easy fix. I just need to make sure the method I'm calling actually exists.
Aha, that's how you debug an extension. One question though, do you need to reload the extension every time you make changes?
Great question. For some changes, you don't, but generally it's a good habit. Some changes are only picked up when you reload, and it also makes sure any initialization logic you've changed can be rerun. It's super easy. You just need to click this reload button on the Chrome extensions page, and you don't even need to close DevTools. Also, you might wonder why we're in a separate DevTools here. That's because we're inspecting the extension Service Worker, which is independent of any specific page. The UI should hopefully be familiar though.
I see. While we are here, is there anything else interesting?
Absolutely. On the memory panel, I can make sure I'm not using too much memory. I can even see what specific data is in memory to make sure there's nothing surprising. Hey look, if I search for developer.chrome.com, I can see one of the URLs we have as a variable. There's a lot to explore here, and we only have so much time today, but I'd encourage you to take a look if it interests you. Oh, and don't forget, while DevTools is open, your Service Worker is kept alive and will never be terminated.
Does it matter if the service worker is alive or terminated?
Yes and no. If you're stepping through some code, it's helpful for the Service Worker to stay alive so you don't lose your place. But if you want to fully test your extension from a user's point of view, it's important to make sure it works correctly when the Service Worker has been terminated and then wakes back up. So when you're testing lifetime behavior specifically, closing DevTools can be a good idea.
I feel like we have learned a lot already. Somehow, the app is still not working. Why, Oliver, why?
Maybe there's something wrong with the content script?
Content script?
Yeah, these are scripts injected by the extension into a web page. They run directly inside the page, although with some isolation from the main JavaScript environment.
I see.
Let's set a breakpoint to debug our script. While we're looking at a page in the extension section of developer.chrome.com, let's open the sources panel and select the content scripts tab. Find your extension among the others, and then find the script you'd like to debug. This is the function that should be running. Let me add a breakpoint and then toggle the action. It does seem to pause. Let's hover over the message variable. There's a data property, so I need to check if message.data is focus on and not just message. Let's fix that.
Cool. If you want to learn more about breakpoint debugging, definitely check out my previous video on that. Hey, there is a warning message here. What happened?
Yeah, DevTools ignores content scripts by default, which changes how they behave with certain features. You can remove this file from the ignore list. Even better, if you regularly debug different content scripts and extensions, you can configure DevTools to include all content scripts by default.
Nice. A small tip here. If you frequently use the content scripts tab, you can drag it to the front to access it quicker.
Oh nice, I honestly didn't know that.
Oh well, seems like we have fixed all the issues. Is Oliver focus mode working now?
I hope so. Let's give it a try, shall we? Awesome, it works. Let's check it works even if the Service Worker is terminated. We can go to chrome://service worker-internals and terminate our Service Worker. Look, it's still working. I think our job here is done.
Yay! Thanks for showing us how to debug extensions. Where can we learn more apart from this video?
Sure, you can go to this link to learn the basics of extensions.
Great, that's all for today.
Have fun building extensions.
See you for the next step 2 tips. Ciao!
Alright, so let me see. I didn't think. Why isn't. Wait, give me a second. Why isn't this thing. Why isn't this thing. Shit, is this available for this live stream? Why? Why isn't these getting updated? What? macOS screen capture. What? Oh, so it's way bigger. Give me a second. All right, I think now it is working. Okay. Should probably have like some sort of overlay. Hey, you! All right, so we gotta come in here, press F12, see a little bit of the logs. It says go into sources, Crunchyroll, subtitles, Octopus Worker. I can't figure out where workspace, add folder, select, allow, build, content.js. Okay, let's debug. Let's debug. All right, now I gotta figure out why the subtitles aren't working at all. So if I click load subtitles, I don't see. Oh, Subirash already loaded. So this is good. Now I wonder, how can I make it? Weaponizer, 1Password, Crunchyroll. Is it this one? The thing? No. That's it. The thing is that, of course, this is the one that actually loads from Crunchyroll. I gotta figure out where or why isn't showing up.
See,
Because
let's set a breakpoint to debug our scripts. While we're looking at a page in the extension section of developer.chrome.com, let's open the sources panel and select the content scripts tab. Find your extension.
man, I think that there's a bug within the macOS screen capture. And I have not added any filters, so I don't think it's actually recording anything. Jesus. Holy shoot. Oh man, I'm sorry. The screen is a mess. The stream is a mess. I'm currently trying to figure out. Use the window capture function. No. Use the display capture function. Mac OS screen. scale to window. Okay, I can see it now. Okay, I think that works. All right, now they say come here into content scripts, and oh, so I have page. The things that I have it in page, so I should probably. I'm gonna stick it here. I mean, I'm gonna dock it to bottom. Content scripts. Subarashi. Content.js. Configure. Oh, so that was the thing. No, no, no. I can right click. Remove from ignore list. Okay, so now if I actually click in here. Oh, it won't. Okay, so now it added the endpoint. Oh, right. Oh, then why didn't it update? Okay, this is cool. So let me just come here. Now we already got everything working. I will. Let's dive into the code. So I hate self-invoking functions, especially this, because it makes the code look very, 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 very cluttered. And here what we're gonna do is that I'm just gonna write everything at the global level. So we're gonna say the window is already there, and we're gonna still use the Subarashi window object, and we're gonna do this by doing I don't think it says da 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 da. Okay, where this one? I think this one loads it immediately, right? So it says pop-up.html. Okay, it says load subtitles, and if I come here to popup.js, files content.js. Injects the script into a target context. By default, the script will be run at document idle or immediately if the page has already loaded. Already set. Dun dun dun. Okay, so let's do some things. First, I like to prepend everything with JS. I read that thing once and I love that thing. So the other thing is that we're gonna have the element by itself, and we're gonna say the load subs button, and we're gonna use document. Yeah, we can use the document, get element by ID, and in here. All right, now I'm just gonna remove this, so I'm sure. First, no return, because of course we're using the entire function. I'm just gonna wrap everything into function pop-up, and here we're gonna call the pop-up button, and oh, cursor is already like making its thing. The thing in here is not no console.error. So kind.tabs.query API to interact with the browser's tab system. You can use this API to create, modify, and rearrange tabs in the browser. Okay. So, what I want to know. So, this is actually doing some very basic checks, right? I want to know something. Oh, it has a new update. Let me just update it. I want to know. Checking out the extensions API. Close other tabs. I want to check Chrome. I like to see Tab Manager plus Chrome.tabs API. Okay. So here are all the things, right? Okay, manifest v3. So this is the manifest v3. So I think everything just with Chrome, right? Okay. It tells you the availability, control extensions icon, and Google Chrome toolbar. Okay, to manifest v3 and include the action key in your manifest. So, okay. So I think. Oh, so it has permission. So it will tell you what you need to include: action, alarms, audio. To get information about and control the audio device attached to the system. Okay, types, audio device info, context menus. I'm coming. You may talk about our context menu permission to use the API. There's my little boy around here, trying to eat my finger. Got cookies, debugger, declarative content, declarative net request, a desktop capture. So this is content of the screen, individual windows or individual tabs. Enum screen window tab. Chrome.desktop capture that cancel choose desktop media. High desktop media picker shown. Inspected window. Use API to interact with inspected window. Obtain. Oh, this is for DevTools. This is really cool. I didn't know. Oh, right, because you can write extensions for DevTools. Right. Got the DOM API to access special DOM APIs for extensions. Open shadow root or close shadow root hosted by shadow root will return null. Okay, this one lets me go to the shadow root in case we're using templates or custom elements. Monitor, manipulate, and search for downloads. Okay. Events, extension types. Oh, this actually lets you do a lot of things. GCM. Early cloud messaging. FCM. Identity. Off-screen Omnibox permission. Taps. Okay, you're an expert in Manifest v3 for Chrome extensions. I will ask you questions and you will respond them to me in a very concise manner. Are you ready? All right. What is the API that I can use to read the current tab and detect if it's loaded on a certain URL? All right, tabs. So, so that's the one. I'm getting it. So basically, you got, this is some sort of like a matching pattern. Audible, current window, discarded frozen group ID, highlighted index pin, split view, status title, URL. This is really cool. They give you a lot of power. So we're gonna start with this one. And of course, now I understand why it actually does this. It's because it returns an array, and we're expecting like for an initial tab, and if the tab ID doesn't exist, or practically like tab ID, yeah, for apps and DevTool Windows. So basically, it says like if there's no tab, then return. I also wanna return if tab dot URL does not include Crunchyroll.com. I want you to return into the console a warning. Not an error. Console.warn. No. It's only supported on Crunchyroll, and we're gonna return. Now, how can I load? What's the best way for me to import other JavaScript? And how can I do it? So from this example, what I see is that you need to inject the JavaScript. Use ES modules. Okay, I know that. Then import normally content script. You're going to use import inside content scripts that list additional files and web accessible resources, which I think it's in here. Okay. Then it will tell you the JavaScript subtitle octopus assets. Oh, okay. Static sub as matches Crunchyroll.com. Okay. Permissions active tab scripting. These additional files and web accessible resources and inject them or bundle everything with the tools. ES build feed webpack. Okay, we're gonna be learning slowly but surely. So the other thing that I need to understand is what does Chrome scripting execute script does. It injects and runs JavaScript into a tab runtime. Okay. External files, content.js, and you need to run code on demand inside a web page. Okay. So I got this. Okay, give me a second. All right. The following script. Pop up TS. Pop-up.html, which are specified in manifest.json. Then content.ts is injected. You know that I'm asking this directly into here and I'm not using Claude Code because I want to know, I want to learn a little bit more. So I rather have myself a little bit separated from the IDE. And the question that I have is, how can I Give me a second. Okay. How can I use a bundler like Veet? I think I'm just gonna call Claude Code and ask it for it to generate to use Vit in order for me to bundle everything together. So that way I can use everything like it's only like a single build system. It's gonna be better this way. And I think I need for the plan mode, but at the same time I gotta do an init. Okay, we're gonna run login. Okay, I'm gonna call the init. I don't think I'm gonna be using sub agents right now because the project is gonna be, I think, smallish on this side right now. Then probably we will require much better architecture, but so far, like, nah. So basically, manifest.json, you need to refer. You'll now refer to the build files. Host permissions, we'll copy this unchanged. Okay. Yes, auto accept. Oh, this is pretty cool. So it actually looks for cursor rules, Copilot instructions, Claude MD. So I want you to generate the entire thing so it knows. Your first task is going to convert this project to support Veet. I'm going to use plan mode. I always love to include this because this is probably going to be in. I want it to actually gather all of its thoughts and generate something that we're going to be looking for. Because in Triel, okay, yes, and then ask again. Also got codex. I'm gonna try it out. Because the thing is that I always love to have like complete control of the code structure, and if I'm gonna do some vibe coding, I want it to just be very localized, so I know what are the things. Create. Let me see. Set up event to copy. Static copy to copy. I don't know. Let's just rename everything. No. You say, I want you to edit the plan, and I want to move everything to the static folder. So that way you only need to copy it from there. Okay, let me see what we have. Wait, because these are different plans, right? Replace build. Let me see. Okay, so this is the one, right? Update ES config to ES next. Yep. Just gonna go for it. Let it do its thing. Dude, I hate this. The way that this thing actually structured it. Should have at least like created like a separate function. Because it makes it like way harder to read. Let's see how it's actually doing it. Yes, and dot add feed with plugin static copy. Okay, and dot ask again. To be honest, plugin static copy. If you're going to copy build outside roll up plugin copy for vid with dev server support. Oh, this is pretty cool. I've never had to use this one on the past. I'm just impressed about how good all of the bundlers have become over the last few years, especially with Vid, because Webpack was really good. It was like really good. It gave you a lot of configuration power, and it made so many things that you had to do with Gulp and Grunt almost instantaneously for you. I know it was a pain to configure, especially because you didn't know that you had to import JavaScript and CSS files for it to actually to pick it up. I spent one entire day for me figuring out why my assets were not picking up, but you know, it's part of the game. Though, but here I remember the Snowpack came out and Vita at the same time, and Snowpack was supposed to be the better alternative, but Vid just surpassed it. It had such a cleaner API. It has one of the best configurations I've ever seen, that you don't have to do all against anything, and this is just beautiful. PM build, yeah. Don't ask again. I know that I can use the escape, the dangerously like safe mode, but I don't know. I just want to know for this thing again, since I'm also learning a lot of the things that are going on. I just want to know what's happening, because I need to understand what goes on the code first. Pararam 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 pam. Pararam pararam pararam. Step up the thing that I really like about Cursor is that when you launch it, you can go the button about read next file, read next file, read next file. It actually jumps you around. That's very convenient. That is very convenient. I know that we can come in here and we can practically see the same thing, but build an echo, cat manifest, build grep, okay. They've done such a fantastic job with Claude Code. This is impressive, to be honest. This is really impressive. Deliberating. Nope. I love that it actually updated the cloud.md file. And okay, it actually did something that I didn't want it to do, but it was my bad, which was move the static thing. I want to move everything to a source folder and move the content. Well, the manifest.json should be in here. I think I'm gonna be screwing everything up, but it's okay. You know what? Since this has the context, I'm just gonna move it in here, and I'm gonna tell it like, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it do everything because that way it can actually come in here. Yeah, I figured it out that it would. So this would be the build. Yeah, it needs to update all of these things. Oh, this is pretty cool that you can actually specify how the thing works. By specifying the hash, it actually solves two problems. Number one is that it it lets you know when it changed. This is very important. Very important. I remember back in second, you can both invalidate the cache when it's needed and remain it when you want it, when you need it as well. I mean, you can only invalidate cache when it's needed because I cannot tell you the hours that I've lost back when I was learning JavaScript and everything when the cache wasn't validated. And I was wondering, like, holy shit, but I remember that I even uploaded the JavaScript file and everything, but the browser didn't detect the change. Took me so long to figure that thing out. And even when I learned, I had such bad tooling with me that I didn't know how to properly do it. And that destroyed me completely. Mire. I I know we haven't done a lot in this stream, although we've gotten to learn more about the tools and everything. But I almost have to close this down because I need to take care of the kid and send him to the to the daycare. He's complaining down there. Ask Claude. Okay. And copy set manifest as JSON. All file equivalent output to build. Let me see. Source. Okay. Now you know that we gotta bit.config. I wonder why he actually complains about that. I think it's because of TypeScript, right? And I think that we're missing the. Let me see another project really quickly. Come here and alert down. It's config.json. Module resolution node target lib. Oh, types node. Hey. There we go. And node. This should actually do the work. And I don't know if I need to include this as well. Well, anyway, I am going to run pm build myself. See if it actually works. It did work. Okay. So we can go in here in build, have everything together. Let me just make a small change and see that everything is working. Not subtitles too. And if I come here in pnpm build, okay, all good. All good. And I also want to know this. If I come here and I say import, I'm going to create a new file called test.ts export const hello. Okay, and I'm going to do hello. All right. Guys, I think we're going to be calling it for today. I'm going to let you know if I come back because the kid is already at its limit. See you around. See you tomorrow.